Dear friends, ever since Duck left to run his branch line, the yards at Knapford had been left without a pilot engine. Sir Topham had purchased a new diesel to run the yards, but this diesel proved to be rather lazy and tricked others into doing his work for him. These stories will tell you all about it. The author. Daisy's Day Off. The engines on the island of Sodor are always busy. They like being busy. And no engine liked being busy more than Daisy. But sometimes Daisy wished she could have a day off. One autumn morning, Sir Topham Hatt came to see Daisy. He had an important announcement for her. "You have been working very hard this week," he said. "So I've decided that today you can have the day off."
"Oh, thank you, sir,"
said Daisy proudly. Once Sir Topham had left, Daisy thought about what it was like to have a day off.
"First, I will have a long wash down, and then I will go to Bluff's Cove."
On her way to the washdown, Daisy heard a commotion at Tidmouth Sheds. She stopped to take a closer look. "I'm telling you," huffed James, "it's cursed." "A bit dramatic, James," said Richard. "I'm not dramatic. No sooner does Sir Topham Hatt purchase one tank engine for our big station than they're shipped off to some branch line in the middle of nowhere, never to be seen again." "Not this again. We tender engines can't handle shunting our own trains after all this time." "We're not meant to. I mean, should I picture a thing like Murdoch trying to shunt? He'd topple off the rails before he could even shunt one truck into place." "Well, yes," said Murdoch. "But you wouldn't have any kitty shunting, James. You'd do it all the time." "Well, whether I can or not, it's not my job. Even so, I'd rather Sir Topham Hatt ship this new shunter off to a branch." "A new shunter, which is exactly what you've been splendor about. Maybe this curse has Cassie at last." "Oh, you mark my words, Murdoch. You haven't met this new shunter yet, have you?" "None? Well, I'll tell you. He's nothing but trouble. He's frightfully lazy and refuses to work." "For once, James is right. Last week he tricked me into doing all his work as well as his own. He was eventually caught, but I don't think he's learned his lesson." "With that attitude, he won't last, that's for sure." Daisy was surprised to hear that. She didn't know there was a new shunter, but she was a bit skeptical. She knew the steam engines were a bit judgmental, and it seemed none of the engines had actually bothered to talk to the shunter and get to know him.
"I won't judge the shunter until I meet him myself,"
she decided, and she set off for the yards. When she arrived, she saw a strange diesel. He was painted gray and was struggling with some trucks. Daisy rolled over to him.
Hello,
She hooted.
I'm Daisy. Who are you?
I'm Dennis, said the diesel. I'm the new shunter at Knapford. I'm trying to shunt these trucks, but they're being extremely difficult. Could you help me?
Well, it is my day off, and I'm not really built for shunting, but I'll help you.
This made Dennis very happy. Dennis watched as Daisy biffed and bumped the trucks into line. All the time, he didn't move a wheel. It was hard work and it took a long time, but at last Daisy was finished.
Phew! All done.
Daisy panted. She was exhausted.
There you go, Dennis. Your train's ready now. Where are these trucks going to anyway?
Oh, they're full of roof tiles for Bluff's Cove, said Dennis. But I don't know how to get there.
Don't worry, Dennis, said Daisy. I'm going to Bluff's Cove. I can show you the way. Once I'm done with my washdown, of course.
Thank you, Daisy, oiled Dennis, and he watched Daisy trundle away. Just as Daisy was leaving the yard, she passed James. Daisy, what are you doing down at Knapford?
It's my day off, James,
Oiled Daisy.
I'm on my way to the washdown. I stopped by the yards to help Dennis. He was struggling with some trucks and asked for it.
Huh, he played the exact same trick on Richard, sniffed James, but all he did was cause trouble. You shouldn't take any notice of him. He's just—
I know who to trust, thank you very much,
interrupted Daisy.
Dennis said he was struggling, and I believe him. You jumped to conclusions way too quickly, James, and then you spread your accusations to the point of severely hurting the subject. You need to stop mistreating us diesels and apologize to Dennis.
James was speechless, but before he could say anything, Daisy rolled away. Soon, Daisy was covered in bubbles.
Shiny and bright, that's what I'll be to start my day right,
She chirped cheerfully. Dennis, meanwhile, wasn't cheerful. He didn't want to deliver his cars of tiles. Soon, Daisy arrived.
All right, Dennis, now I can show you the way.
Dennis smirked. He began making a plan. So Daisy showed Dennis the way to the junction.
Bluff's Cove is further along the straight track,
said Daisy. Dennis watched Daisy oil away. Dennis tried to think of a way to get Daisy's attention. Suddenly, he had an idea. He blasted his horn loudly. Then he blasted again. Daisy heard the noise. She was worried. Dennis heard Daisy roll back. His trick had worked. Now Dennis would pretend to have something wrong with him. Help, Dennis cried. My engine's overheating. You'll have to take these freight cars for me. Daisy didn't like pulling trucks, but she still wanted to help.
Don't worry,
said Daisy.
I'll find another engine to help you on my way to Bluff's Cove.
Dennis was furious. He wanted Daisy to take his freight cars. Dennis decided to leave his freight cars. Then another engine will have to take them, he thought. So Dennis raced away. He didn't care about the tiles, and he didn't care about Daisy. All he cared about was getting as far away from his work as he could. He was going so fast that he didn't see that the track around the bend was broken until it was too late. Help, called Dennis. Help! Help! But this time, there was no one there to help. Daisy arrived at Bluff's Cove. She was disappointed not to have found any help for Dennis.
I can't just leave Dennis and his train at the junction. I'll have to go back and bring him here right away.
But when Daisy arrived at the junction, she was shocked at what she saw. What are these trucks doing here? Shouted Donald. They're blocking our way, cried Oliver. We're going to be late, grumbled Duck.
These are Dennis's trucks,
said a very hurt Daisy. Fat, lazy back, Donny! Not in front of the children. Daisy was both furious and heartbroken. She had been tricked, humiliated, and betrayed by a very lazy engine.
I owe James an apology,
she said sadly. She went off to find Dennis. She didn't have to look far. She found the shunter lying on his side near a field where cows were grazing.
You told me you broke down at the junctions,
Snapped Daisy.
But you just left your trucks there and ran off, and now they're blocking the way for several engines. James was right. You really are a lazy, good-for-nothing diesel.
Dennis looked very shamefaced. I'm sorry I tricked you, said Dennis quietly, but there is a reason why I don't work hard. You see, me and my brother Norman were built with very faulty engines. This only allowed us to shunt 1 or 2 wagons at a time. The other engines said I was a disgrace to this railway and treated me like an outcast. I tried to explain, but they didn't want to hear it. Having my feelings ignored like that made me angry, so I decided if they weren't going to appreciate me for who I am, then what's the point of even trying? So I eventually stopped working altogether. Manager didn't like that, so he put me up for sale, and now I'm here. Daisy didn't believe Dennis at first, but then she looked at his air vent. Oil was leaking from it. Now Daisy could see Dennis was in trouble. So she took a deep breath.
I'm really sorry about what you went through,
she said.
I used to be just like you when I was much younger. Maybe not to your extent, but I was very rude, selfish, and I didn't do my jobs properly. Why didn't you tell anyone about your faulty engine anyway?
I was worried that the other engines would tease me for it, and if the fat controller found out, he would send me for scrap.
Absolute rot. Sir Topham Hatt is a marvelous man. He would never do that. He allowed me to stay despite being a lazy engine. He will surely do the same to you. He cares way more about attitude than performance. Now, I'm going to help you one more time. I'll pull you back onto the tracks, and then I'll be your back engine. That way, we'll get the tiles to Bluffs Cove in double-quick time.
Dennis smiled his biggest smile ever. Dennis and Daisy finally pulled into Bluffs Cove. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting. He did not look happy. Dennis, you have caused a great deal of delays, but I think you already know that. Yes, sir, said Dennis meekly.
Sir, oiled Daisy, if I may, Dennis was only worried that he would break down because of his faulty engine. He didn't want to tell you because he was worried you would send him for scrap.
Oh, Dennis, I would never do that. I've had plenty of engines that have had many mechanical failures in the past. But I always found solutions to their problems, and I will do the same for you. Now, usually I send lazy engines away, but if I can keep Daisy on my railway, then I'll keep you. If you promise to work hard, I will give you a brand new engine. Oh, thank you, sir. I promise I will work hard. Daisy has shown me that being really useful is much better than being really lazy. And with that, Sir Topham Hatt walked away. Thank you, Daisy, hooted Dennis. From now on, I will try to be a really useful engine.